Is Patrick Mahomes the Stephen Curry of the NFL? I wanted to say something first, but I think I'm going to let one of these gentlemen talk first, and then I'm going to come through on the pause on the back end. Who wants some of this? Because
Well,
Sly Looky want to say something, but all right, Da Vinci, go ahead.
well, is it really has something to do with Steph Curry? Are we seeing not even close? Not gonna say he's close to the GOAT Tom Brady, but when the game is on the line, is Patrick Mahomes becoming more dangerous like Tom Brady? You don't want to give him too much thing on the clock. I'm putting that in there so any one of you guys can go off on that with me.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the Steph Curry. Like what they mean by like what you mean by the Steph Curry? Like you mean like because I look at Steph as like the dude that really changed the way that they play ball, like the way that basketball is played and how we approach the game. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is that, but I do feel like he's more like the next in line. Like you know what I mean? Like you know how it was Joe Montana to I don't know whoever preceded him to
Steve
like
Young, you mean? Like that type of pursuit?
nah, but you know like who's the guy like at one point I guess Joe Terry Bradshaw I guess was the guy and then Joe Montana was the guy and then I guess you could say Montana after that and I feel like Pat Mahomes is that like I feel like maybe I would probably say Pat Mahomes is more like the I would say he's like the Luka Doncic maybe I will give him that because like he's next to be the next GOAT, like the next or maybe Giannis or something like that. Like I feel like he's the next, you know what I'm saying? Like the next guy. Like
He's next up.
yeah, like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like on that trajectory.
Okay, so I'm the one that came up with the whole that whole little phrase there.
No, no, no. I
Um,
no listen. But
no,
I
no, I
completely get
know.
what you were saying by like that Mahomes, right? Because of the stuff he's doing when he's playing in the league, right? It's just like it's unbelievable at times. It's like wow, you know.
No, I feel you. Like for me, I'm just like from the game I was watching yesterday, and I'm not gonna give him all the credit because Kelsey, we thought
Woo!
we thought
Oh,
it was Tyreek that was the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't, let me introduce you to the man named Travis Kelsey,
Well, I've been
aka whoever want the smoke, aka ABG. Anybody can get it. But when I made this question, it's the way he throws the ball, the way he's seeing the field. We don't see other quarterbacks do what he's doing. Patrick Mahomes can run, but he's not that guy. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to not add on that he has Andy Reid as his OC, aka head coach, that might be able to help him manipulate certain things. But he's his IQ, man. Like
yeah.
even to the Super Bowl that he lost. Come on, guys. This
Wasn't on
guy's
him.
this guy's levitating sideways, horizontally throwing the ball, hitting
Yeah,
people dead
man.
in the chest, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm saying I feel like he's revolutionizing. Like it's it's what people compared Aaron Rodgers to and Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT, but most people,
hmm,
except for maybe this year, are like Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback aside from Dan Marino. And I think
Yeah,
Mahomes is taking that spot. And if Mahomes can
I agree.
rack up, 3, 4 more rings, you know what I mean? Because Steph Curry got 4 rings, baby. You got the same as LeBron. And we
Oh,
know LeBron changed the game in the sense of being the first number of overall pick to do everything that he's doing, to be so influential, to be that guy. But Steph Curry not being a number one pick, sticking with the team, having this dynasty, being the quick essential leader where nobody can question that. That is something of greatness, the greatest shooter of all time. No
facts.
argument, no debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no,
but
I
what
agree.
what 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 really what I really take away from Mahomes' game, bro, is like that clutchness he has, man. Right? It's like teams get scared. Remember when teams are scared of Brady, right? Brady in his A days, right? You give him 30 seconds, that's still too much. You know,
Yeah.
a minute, that's a lifetime with him. That's the same way I see Mahomes approaching his game and approaching the league. Man, don't give him too much time, man. right?
Yeah, we
Because
see it in the playoffs last year against Buffalo,
yeah,
which I still don't understand why the hell they shit the bed on that defense. But they weren't the only ones because I see what Tom Brady and them did in Tampa against the Rams. It just seemed like last year, for some odd reason, the last 30 seconds to a minute, teams were smoking something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
And what makes Mahomes special too? He's one of the quarterbacks that can run the ball, but he is very comfortable in the pocket because
Well,
we all know
Or
we've seen it
scrambling.
before. Yeah, we all seen it before that quarterbacks who can actually run the ball is like when it gets a little tight, the instinct is to run.
Yeah,
But Mahomes
Lamar
sits
Jackson.
there and
yeah.
he looks around. Yeah, yeah, Lamar, and I think Michael Vick a couple
Yeah.
back in the day
Facts.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Even Kaepernick done that too, right?
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
Mahomes is just
and don't forget Josh Allen. And you know what? One thing I hope and pray for that they don't make him go down the same route that the Panthers took Cam down. Because yes, Allen is a big, strong young man, but he's got an arm on him. Utilize that shit. You know what I'm saying? Give him an extra 3 years in the motherfucking league. Sorry for
okay.
swearing, people. You know what I'm saying?
So
But yeah.
obviously, Sly Buffalo. That's he supports Buffalo. So my question for you, Sly, is it on Allen at some times to slide and just to be safe instead of just running into guys?
Yeah, hell yeah, it's on him. I think I think Josh he played a game with like that childlike, like he played a game like he played like in the at the field with his friends as a kid. Like he still got that type of, you know what I mean? Like he still got that kind of fun loving style. Like he gotta play the game a little more smart though. Like I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah,
part of his maturation. I feel like Mahomes went through something similar because remember Mahomes used to chuck it, used to force it sometimes, and he kind of figured it out. And I feel like Josh is kind of in that same realm. Like he's still figuring it out to a certain degree and like playing with the pressure and all that. But yeah, Josh, for one, I think Josh. They need to like have a running game that they can rely on at least in like certain situations. So Josh won't feel like he gotta always make the play because I feel like that's Josh. Ultimately, that's Josh's downfall, man. Sometimes he'll
yeah.
force passes in because he feel like he has to make the play. Like, you know what I mean? And at this moment, I think that's the only thing that separates him and Mahomes. I mean, and well, of course, Mahomes got a ring too, but like just as far as on the field play, I feel like the only thing like Mahomes figured it out. Like he know when to tuck it and run. He don't force things as much. He'll check down all game if he has to. Whereas Josh still kind of figuring that out. So
Yeah. And Mahomes got Kelsey, bro.
true, man. That's
Damn.
like, I think, and even Mahomes kind of proves like because people were saying like, "Yo, Tyreek, oh, it ain't gonna be the same without Tyreek." I mean, leading the league in passing yards, leading the league in touchdowns. It's safe to say it's the same without Tyreek. Like, and then on top of that, like Juju's hurt. Juju's hurt. Like they
Corvette.
were, and McCole Hardman, he hasn't really been. He ain't stepped up. Like, but him and old trusty, old reliable Kelsey is still like. Yeah, I mean, them two. I think Kelsey might be the GOAT tight end too, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he might be. Like, he got to be in that convo.
Well, I remember last year, bro. Me and you were sitting here and we're like, "Yo, Travis Kelsey's a different beast, man."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you were attesting to that too, King. Right? Because I think a lot of people don't give him the respect that he deserved, man.
Yeah,
You know?
I swear to God, I've been saying that. Like, I think they should be talking about him as maybe top 3 or 4 tight end of all time. I don't hear that conversation enough. Like, I ain't seen too many like him, like to do it like how he do it. Like, bro, he out there just getting. You can't cover him with a safety, a linebacker, man. You can't cover him with a corner, like. And you know he getting the ball at this point. Ain't no Tyreek Hill no more. And I think another thing, he was doing this with Alex Smith too. It ain't like
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. No, he was doing this with Alex Smith. So it's like, yo, I think, even though he gets his just due, I think he deserves more. Like he's that
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry, Gronk is still the greatest tight end of all time.
I ain't mad at that either.
I don't want to hear nothing. This guy blocks, gets downhill, catches the ball in ridiculous situations, And once that guy got 10 yards of steam, I don't know who the hell taking him down. Because he
Ain't
out here
got
stiff arming people. And aside from his what was it in New England where he went crazy and did that WWE uh, flash and elbow.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
when he,
the Bills.
yeah, he got extremely frustrated and just lashed out. But Kelsey, you know what? I put Kelsey over Gonzalez. I'd say he's 2, certified 2. And then, not to be super biased, I put Shannon Sharp at 3. You know what I mean? And like that's just because he for the size of the tight end position, because Shannon Sharp's not that tall. People don't realize they put him at the tight end because they couldn't put him at wide receiver.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Kelsey and Gronk are big men, but these guys are 6'7".
Mhm.
I think Shannon's like 6'4", maybe 6'5".
I don't even think he that.
I might be like he's
Yeah,
playing a tight end in that era where if
yeah,
you went
word,
over the middle, you gonna pay. I don't
word.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shannon Sharp kind of underrated if you ask me. Like,
Yeah,
they talk about he wasn't blocking, bro. He played with TD. Like he had to be doing something. TD was running for 2 bands. He had to be doing a little bit of blocking. So yeah,
Yo,
Shannon Sharp
since
was one of the ones, man.
since
for
we're
sure.
talking about tight ends, yo, shout out to my boy Gates, man.
Another one, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Legend.
He
Yeah.
just didn't get the rings, man.
No, you ain't
I
get a
don't I
ring,
don't
bro.
I don't know if it's the Chargers curse because Tomlinson, as much as people want to act like Rivers is washed, Rivers was a good quarterback. They
Hell
just had
yeah.
the
What?
worst luck.
He might be a Hall of Famer for real. I think when it comes down to it, Rivers gonna be a Hall of Famer.